In the beginning of the movie, we hear a nursery poem, which explains that trolls are made of earth and stone. Their bones are icy and they have a snow-cold heart. Then, we are told the history or story of the trolls. In ancient times, trolls and humans lived completely peacefully side by side, that is, they simply coexisted. But then Christians came to Norway and started converting people. The responsibility of this task was given to a king named Ola the Holy. After that, Christians started hunting trolls together and exposed them to sunlight. And if you watched the previous movie, you already know that trolls cannot survive in sunlight, they completely turn into stone. This bloody game continued, and because of this, trolls even became afraid of church bells. They would get disturbed just by hearing the sound of a bell. Trolls became afraid of Christians, and thus, the era of trolls came to an end. Now friends, this poem and this story were being told to a little girl by her father. And this little girl is not just any random girl but Nora Tiedemann. Yes, the same Nora who was the main lead in the previous movie. She is also going to be the main lead in this movie. This means we are currently seeing Nora's past when she was a little girl. From this, it is also revealed that at that time, Nora's mother was very ill. Now, speaking about the present, after the events of the previous movie, Nora lives completely alone, literally a proper isolated life. Here, Andreas Isaacson comes to meet her in her chamber. Isaacson tells her that he is working with the government again, where there is now a new prime minister, new controlling bodies, and new people who are allegedly better. He needs Nora's help for a particular mission. Nora clearly says that all government people are the same, so she immediately refuses this task. But then Isaacson indirectly reveals that they have a troll, and as soon as Nora hears the word troll, she immediately agrees. Now friends, some subtle details are shown in this scene which I will explain one by one. First, Nora has a stone, which is actually a piece of the troll from the previous movie. When that troll turned to stone, Nora kept a small piece with her. Then, several books are shown in Nora's room, like Talking to Trees, Animal Talk, On the Trail of St. Olaf's, and even Isaacson's own book called Jinn. Nora casually says that she never got time to read Isaacson's book. We also see some photos, which indicate that the blame for the previous movie's events was somehow put on Nora. And it's also clear that Nora's mother had died long ago due to a chronic disease. Nora sits with Isaacson in a helicopter and reaches a government facility, Vemork Power Station. Here she meets Professor Mahler and Wengel, who explain that some people had knowledge about trolls long ago. Actually, during World War II, many mysterious activities happened at Vemork, which gave rise to the name Heroes of Telemark. At this point, we clearly see that a huge troll is captured at the Vemork facility. It is alive but inactive. A faint pulse can be felt from it, as if it still has a beating heart inside. This troll has been named Yoten, and we will refer to it as the Yoten troll. Many experiments are ongoing on Yoten. For security, UV lights are constantly focused on the troll, so that if it ever becomes active suddenly, it can be immediately turned back to stone with a UV blast. Here we also meet Professor Radani, who is the lead scientist of the entire project, but she is not at all happy about Nora's arrival. However, it is clear that over the years, Radani and her team have not had any major breakthrough, and if they don't make a big discovery soon, the project's funding will be cut. In fact, the project could be permanently shut down. In this desperation, Isaacson had called Nora here, because Nora has the most knowledge about trolls in the world. After this, Nora meets Siggy, who was working at the facility, and Siggy was pregnant. In fact, the father of this child was Isaacson himself. A lot of information related to trolls had been collected at this place. There was even a half-original royal decree, personally signed by King Olaf, called Olaf the Holy, Trolls Law. Reading this half-preserved decree, it's clear that it called for removing trolls from their land. At this point, Nora excuses herself to go to the washroom and gets even closer to the Yoten troll. She goes up in a lift to reach the troll's face level and starts softly humming a tune. Hearing this music, the Yoten wakes up. Yes friends, this scene clearly shows that Nora somehow knows how to communicate with trolls. No wonder she was reading books about trolls. Meanwhile, everyone in the control room freaks out, and the professors immediately order the UV lights to be turned on to turn the troll back to stone. But just as a guard is about to press the UV light button, Radani accidentally spills coffee on the controls, causing the entire system to short-circuit. This means the UV light button stops working entirely. By now, the troll has broken all its restraints and is moving forward. Nora runs into the lift, but the troll smashes the lift, though Nora somehow survives. Then the troll moves forward and crushes Professor Wengel. After that, it escapes completely from the facility. During the chaos, Professor Mahler steals a small stone sample of the troll that was kept in the facility for experiments. After this, Isaacson, Nora, Radani, and Siggy head toward the Air Force Base. Here, they meet Chris, who has been promoted from captain to major. They all attend a major meeting, where the country's prime minister is also present. The PM clearly states that they will not repeat past mistakes. This time, this new troll will be hunted directly. In the previous movie, taking Nora's advice, Christians had used bells, etc., which caused caused many people to get injured, some even died, including the PM's brother. Of course, Nora wanted to advocate for the troll's safety, but she could not strongly present her point. The main question now was, how to eliminate the troll. The army had 2 special helicopters, each equipped with powerful UV lights on both sides. Shining them on the troll would convert it into stone. Chris was to lead this mission, and his closest friend Amir would pilot the second helicopter. Nora somehow convinces Chris to let her go in his helicopter. Isaacson and Radani were also going to go in Chris's helicopter. Siggy obviously did not go because she was pregnant. In fact, Siggy emotionally tells Isaacson to come back safely from this dangerous mission. Meanwhile, the Yoten troll moves forward and reaches a place where people are skiing. Nearby, there are clubs and parties going on. Suddenly, the troll tears off the roof of a club building and literally grabs and eats several people. At that moment, Chris and Amir in their helicopters arrive and hover around the troll, shining UV lights on it. This starts to burn the troll, but at one point, the troll pulls nearby poles and wires, directly attacking the helicopters. Amir's helicopter gets hit, crashes, and explodes. Amir does not survive this accident. The troll growls and moves away. Amir's death devastates Chris, because he had strongly hoped not to lose anyone in this fight. If you recall, in the previous movie's final fight, Nora's father died in front of Chris' brother before. Nora observes that the Yoten troll is behaving unusually aggressively because normally trolls are not this aggressive. According to Nora, it is necessary to communicate with it, and although humans cannot talk to trolls directly, Nora knows someone who can. Then, Nora, Chris, Isaacson, and Radani reach a restricted military area of Jorgen. Inside a cave there was someone who had the ability to communicate with trolls. And who could it be? Well, another troll. Yes friends, Nora has secretly been in contact with a troll all this time, and which troll this is we will find out later. For now, it is clear that the military had searched this place many times but never found a troll. The reason is simple: trolls camouflage easily in the mountains. They give off no detectable body heat, and no pulse can be sensed from afar, making them almost impossible to locate. Nora explains that this place was originally a hunting pit, where humans wanted to kill the Troll King. Viewers can see large spiked rocks here. In the past, humans kidnapped a troll child and hid it here so that the Troll King would come to save it and fall into this deadly trap. Christian symbols were carved on each spike to cause maximum harm to the troll. But the Troll King somehow survived this trap, and this is the same Troll King who escaped 3 years ago. That is, the events we saw in the previous movie. At the end of the previous movie, the Troll King finally turned to stone. But now the question was, what happened to the Troll King's child that was left in this trap? Well, that child has grown up and still lives in the same place. Yes friends, Nora uses the same little troll stone, which she had kept as a memento from the first film, to call that troll. Nora produces a special sound from the stone, and hearing this, a troll comes. This troll is completely different, kind, gentle, and has human-friendly vibes. Nora hums the same tune in front of it, and the troll repeats the same tune in its deep voice. Nora is able to communicate lightly with this troll, not fully but enough to understand the meaning. The other 3, Chris, Isaacson, and Radani, watch all this stunned. Isaacson also touches the troll and senses its feelings, which calms Chris's anger a little. Nora explains that this troll is actually the Troll King's child, and she affectionately calls it Beautiful. Nora asks for Beautiful's help. She explains that the Yoten troll is attacking humans and heading toward a specific place. The only way to stop Yoten is for Beautiful to communicate with it, because trolls can understand each other. Meanwhile, we see the Yoten troll smashing an old couple's house, very reminiscent of the first movie. Nora's team reaches the troll's path. Nora uses a flare gun to grab Yoten's attention. Just as Yoten is about to attack Nora, Beautiful suddenly emerges from the ice and tries to communicate with Yoten. But clearly they are not able to communicate properly, and it is about to turn into a fight. Yoten stomps the ground, creating huge cracks across the icy surface. Nora avoids these cracks and runs toward the helicopter. Meanwhile, Beautiful falls into the icy water through the broken ice surface. Yoten then moves toward Nora, but she manages to escape by boarding the helicopter in time. While fleeing, Nora fears that Beautiful might have died in the icy water, and she becomes very sad. Next, everyone reaches Damba's air ambulance base, where they analyze Yoten's route. Tracing the entire path on the map, it is revealed that it follows the same route used by pilgrims in ancient times. Pilgrims to Nidaros and St. Olav's Spring, a religious journey where people pray at St. Olav's shrine in Trondheim and honor his sacred legacy. So basically, Yoten troll is heading toward Trondheim. Hearing this, Nora remembers her father's stories about Christianization in Norway, how Olaf killed and expelled trolls, and how Nidaros was the capital city from where Olaf ruled. That is, the Yoten troll is heading toward St. Olav and Nidaros Cathedral in Trondheim, because the troll seeks blood revenge. During all these discussions, Nora explains how she was able to communicate with the troll. The key was not to speak, but to listen, feel, and understand their sounds. Now, having gathered all the information, they board a helicopter and head to St. Olav Nidaros Cathedral. There, they meet Sister Jan Taylor, who takes care of the cathedral. Interestingly, the book Nora was reading at the start of the movie, On the Trail of St. Olaf's Tomb, was authored by Sister Jan herself. Nora has not come just to stop the Yoten troll, but also to find Olaf's real tomb to gain solid clues about troll history. She directly mentions the book to Jan and asks about Olaf's tomb. Jan says the tomb is most likely inside the cathedral, but no one has found it until now. Jan takes them to the lower chamber of the cathedral, where there are cave-like paths. A Christian symbol is carved above one cave, and Nora enters it with everyone. Inside, the walls have several ancient drawings of King Olaf. Jan explains that they had searched this room many times before, but found nothing. Then Isaacson touches a large painting of Olaf, causing a small piece of the wall to fall. At first, he thinks he damaged the painting, but Jan notices something. She removes 3 pieces in the same way from Olaf's painting, creating 3 holes. These 3 holes represent the 3 wounds that caused Olaf's death. First a cut on the thigh, second a spear in the belly, and third the final neck wound during the Battle of Stiklestad. Nora immediately inserts wooden sticks from nearby torches into these 3 holes, and together they turn them. This activates a hidden mechanism in the wall, opening a secret door. Behind this door is Olaf's real grave, the one that no one had found for centuries. But now they have. Carefully, they remove the tomb cover and see King Olaf's centuries-old body. The sword in his hand is not rusted at all. Chris immediately points out that only silver remains untarnished over centuries. But making a sword from silver was unusual because silver is very soft and not ideal for weapons. Something was definitely hidden here. Then, Nora notices an old torn paper in the tomb. This is the missing half of the document seen at the start of the movie, Olaf the Holy, Troll's Law. Putting both halves together, they can now read it fully. Shockingly, it reveals that Olaf had never actually ordered trolls to be expelled from the country. In fact, Olaf wanted to give them a separate place, Jotunheim, because trolls had suffered greatly. But many Christian leaders did not want this, so they attacked and killed Olaf during the Battle of Stiklestad. At this point, it becomes clear that the Yoten troll is not targeting Olaf. It is taking revenge on humans, hitting the nation's backbone. By now, news channels are full of reports about the trolls' massacre, and the entire city of Trondheim is being evacuated. Nora, Isaacson, Chris, Jan, and Radani decide to stay and face the Yoten troll here. But the question was, how do you defeat a troll that is unaffected by normal weapons? Then Nora gets an idea. Why did Olaf use only a silver sword? This meant that silver itself is not inherently harmful, but was used to repel trolls. Nora immediately realizes that holy water can be used to attack the troll. She dips her knife in holy water and first tries to cut the troll stone she had kept, and surprisingly, the stone cuts like butter. This clearly indicated that if they attacked the troll with holy water, it would work. But where would they get so much holy water? Olaf's spring was nearby, and they needed many people to collect and deploy the water. So Radani and Chris went into the city, asking the evacuated people, "You can help us defeat the troll." Many volunteers joined. Everyone collected holy water from Olaf's spring, placed it into containers, and fitted bombs into each container. This was the plan: directly attack the troll with holy water. Meanwhile, people on bell duty at Easter Cathedral were also present, so that as soon as the troll arrived, the bells could be rung to disturb it. Finally, at night, the troll enters the city. The army deploys a water and missile combo on it. This injures the Yoten troll, but the small injury hardly affects it, and it continues forward. At the same time, Isaacson and Easter ring the bells, slightly disturbing the troll. But the troll immediately uproots a tree and throws it at the cathedral's bell area, breaking the bells. As Yoten moves forward, it falls into the army's trap, containers filled with holy water bombs. When the bombs are triggered, the troll gets drenched in holy water. This burns it, but within seconds it recovers and starts attacking Nora. Then Beautiful Troll enters. Yes, friends, Beautiful survived the icy water and followed Yoten here. Now a dangerous fight begins between the two trolls. In this fight, Yoten quickly overpowers Beautiful, who helplessly falls into the river. Nora deploys launchers on Yoten. Meanwhile, Isaacson takes the last holy water container and bomb into the helicopter with Chris. Isaacson's plan was that although holy water from outside may not work fully, if it enters the troll's body and circulates through the heart, Yoten might be defeated. The problem: the bomb detonator in the helicopter had broken. So Isaacson personally decides to jump directly into Jotun's mouth with the holy water and manually detonate the bomb. Though he would be in danger, the troll would be destroyed simultaneously. Now comes the final moment. The helicopter hovers directly above Yoten. Isaacson first talks to Siggy, saying, "Tell our future child about my bravery." Then Isaacson jumps into Jotun's mouth with the holy water bomb and activates it. A massive explosion occurs inside Yoten, breaking its body from within. Meanwhile, Beautiful Troll rises and immediately removes Jotun's heart, completely destroying it. At this point, the scene cuts. Afterwards, we see a time-lapse scene showing Trondheim city being rebuilt. Even the broken cathedral is being repaired. Siggy has a daughter, named Yura, as Isaacson wanted. Although Siggy lost Isaacson, she now has a new family, including Chris, Nora, and Radani. Nora is finally seen reading Isaacson's book, with beautiful trolls still living in the snowy valleys alongside them. This marks the official end of the movie. Subscribe or else a troll would make you subscribe for more.